Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. My name is Ada, and today we'll be talking about the Lakers and potential trades that they will make with the upcoming trade deadline. So, as you may know, the Lakers have started off the season pretty terribly at 2-10 at one point. Right now they are 8-12, so they've definitely picked it up and they've been playing a lot better. However, they still are below 500, and at this rate they would not be making it into the playoffs or even the play-in, so they definitely need to make some moves, and the front office thinks the same. So today I'll be talking about the potential trades that they want to put together, and also which trade option they should go with. So the first trade option they are looking at is putting in a package deal of Kendrick Nunn and Patrick Beverley, and making them a trade, and then trading those players for more role players that better fit the team. And then the other trade, which is the more favorable one, I think, at least for some fans, is the Russell Westbrook trade, where they trade Russell Westbrook along with, I think, a couple of first-round picks in order to get a more star player. So while both of these trades are obviously good in their own ways, I want to kind of break down both of these trades and talk about which I think the Lakers should go with. So first, the trade that everyone is familiar with, the Russell Westbrook trade. So Russell Westbrook has been talked about getting traded for a long time. It was thought that he would get traded over the summer. That didn't happen. Obviously, he's still on the team, but everyone thinks that he should or will get traded in this deadline, mid-season deadline here that's coming up in a month. So in my opinion, while I do think that Russell Westbrook could definitely be playing better, I think that him off the bench has been pretty great for the Lakers. He's been kind of up and down recently, but he's definitely carried the Lakers a lot in past games, and even though they haven't won some of those games, Russell Westbrook played great in a lot of them. And then currently he's playing very well. I think off the bench is his perfect role, especially at his age and at this point in his career. So I think that Darvin Ham did a great job of kind of understanding that Russell Westbrook needs to come off the bench and doesn't really fit in the starting lineup and could be used a lot better as that spark plug off the bench, and he's been doing pretty well at that so far. Also, with this trade, like I mentioned, you would need to package Russell Westbrook with a couple of first-round picks in order to get that star level player that you would want. So I think that giving first-round picks for a player, a star player, they're not going to get obviously a top 5, top 10 player by trading Russell in this way, most likely. So I really don't see why this would be a good option for the Lakers. If they do, make this trade and trade Russell and a couple of first-round picks, obviously they lose Russell Westbrook, who has been proving that he can still produce this season, so that's a proven commodity. And they also lose the couple of first-round picks, and you never know what those are going to be, so those could be completely useless. Of course, the upcoming years will tell if those drafts will even mean anything, depending on who you pick and how that player turns out and where you land in the draft. So there's a lot of things that could go wrong with those picks. However, keeping picks is always a pretty good idea, especially if you're not getting back a guaranteed star in return. Especially if trading Russell Westbrook with a couple of picks is going to end up with someone like Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. While those players, I think, would fit in very well with the Lakers, and they do kind of need a center and a shooter in Buddy Hield. I don't know if that would be worth giving up a couple of first-round picks, especially depending on how long the contracts of Miles Turner and Buddy Hield are. You don't just want to give up Russell Westbrook and all these picks and then just have them for half a seaon or 1 year and then they're gone, because the salary cap for the Lakers will be great this upcoming summer, so they can make a big transfer move that way anyways. So this trade, I don't think really makes sense at the moment, especially since Russell Westbrook is producing pretty well. Now on to the second trade. This trade, like I said, includes a mixture of Patrick Beverley and Kendrick Nunn, and they are looking to trade these role players for role players that better fit the team. So I think that this trade can actually be very good for the Lakers. Kendrick Nunn and Patrick Beverley have very much struggled this season. He is averaging about 4 points. He's not shooting very well at all from the three-point line, under 30%, which is not very much like him. He's just having an off year. I don't think that it's a very good fit. And while he is decent on defense, I think it's not worth the offensive struggles. Whenever he gets the ball, there's hardly anything he can really do on his own. He's not a great passer. He's not a great dribbler. He was a pretty good shooter, but this season he's not shooting very well. So that one thing that he could do pretty well, he hasn't been doing so far this season, at least on offense. And then on defense, I've always thought that he was pretty small in stature anyways to guard some of the bigger players. So his defense, it's hard to guard some of these players, no matter how kind of quick and feisty you are on defense when you're so undersized like Patrick Beverley is. And then when it comes to Kendrick Nunn, last season he was out all of last season with an injury, but this season he has been playing, but he has been very inconsistent. He'll go, I think he had maybe 4 games where he was scoreless, and then 2 games where he had like 10 points each game. Yeah, so this season Kendrick Nunn has been very on and off. He's been super cold at times and then pretty hot at times as well from three-point line and anywhere else. He has not been consistent at all, and I don't think he really fits the Lakers offense either, because the Lakers need to stretch their offense more. When AD or LeBron or Russell has the ball, they want to drive and then kick it out. But if they kick it out to players that can't finish or do anything with the ball once they get the ball, then that's just a wasted possession. For example, a great example of a really good fit for the Lakers has been Austin Reeves. He can shoot it very well from the three-point line. He can even get his own shot, so when the shot clock is running down, you can give him the ball and he can drive to the rim, shoot mid-range, shoot a three-pointer, create his own shot. He has been very solid for the Lakers. He's averaging about 12 points a game this season. He's been very, very solid, and I think those types of role players are really what the Lakers could use, not so much like the players that they have, like Patrick Beverley and Kendrick Nunn. Therefore, I think that this trade of trading Patrick Beverley and Kendrick Nunn will be the better fit for the Lakers, because to be honest, while early on in the season I did make a video, and I'll link that in the description, of me talking about Lakers being a terrible team, which at the beginning of the season they were 2-10 at one point, now 0-5, as I mentioned. I think from what I've seen recently, they've been playing a lot better. LeBron's been warming up. Anthony Davis is looking like the Anthony Davis of old. Russell Westbrook is playing great off the bench. Yeah, players like Austin Reeves, Thomas Bryant, Wenyen Gabriel, even Matt Ryan, who they just cut actually, they've all been stepping up a lot more. Thomas Bryant was injured. He just got back a couple of games ago, and he's been producing very well. Wenyen Gabriel is picking it up as well. All of them are shooting a lot better from the three-point line now. They just started off the season so bad that I'm pretty sure they're still bottom of the league in that aspect. And their defense has remained solid this season, which has been the one thing that they've been pretty good at. So I think, and like I said, their record is 8-12. So it's not like they're very far off. They're only, I think, 5 or 6 games from the first spot in the West. And I don't think they're going to get to that first spot, but I'm just saying there's not a huge gap between where they are and the number 1 spot, because we have to realize that while they haven't started off the season very well, they are still 8-12. They blew out the Blazers in the last game. They won 6 out of their last 8 games, and they lost to the Pacers the game before the Blazers on a buzzer beater, so they could have easily won that game as well. So I think that for these reasons, we can see that the Lakers aren't really that far off. As surprising as it is, they picked it up very well, and the players that are supposed to play well are playing a lot better than they did at the beginning of the season. So I think that if you trade players like Kendrick Nunn and Patrick Beverley, package them together in a trade deal and get role players that better fit your team. For example, Boston got Malcolm Brogdon, and I know the Lakers can't get him really, unless they give up a lot, which wouldn't make sense. But the Celtics got someone like Malcolm Brogdon in the offseason that ultimately, is a huge difference for them this season. Someone like that where it's a better fit, they're a better shooter, they're a little, they're good at defense. They're still kind of like a 3-and-D guy, something like that, where they can kind of be on both sides of the floor, but they don't really need the ball. They just kind of spot up, shoot the three, can kind of get their own shot if they need to. Someone like that, I think would be an amazing fit for the Lakers. A couple of those players, maybe 2 of those players, I think probably coming off the bench, maybe 1 starting, 1 coming off the bench, depending on who they get, I think would be awesome for the Lakers. And I think that could really turn their season around. We have to realize that, like I said, they've only played 20 games so far. There's 62 games left in the regular season. There's a lot of games to be played. The Lakers are looking a lot better. And that's it for this video. I am excited to see what the Lakers do and how they go about pursuing these trades and which trades they ultimately make in this half point of the season, or somewhat half point of the season. Very excited. We'll continue watching the Lakers and the rest of the NBA, and I'll make more videos soon about the NBA. I took a bit of a break with school. I'm almost finishing up. Some more videos will be on the way. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.